Hi and welcome back to the Nakama podcast. So this week or this time, everyone introduced themselves again, basically. So it's Darius.
Hi, it's Joey. Good to be back.
It's Joe.
So we're gonna be talking about our own anime backstories and origins. So he wants to go first. So how did everyone start watching anime?
Well, for me, I started watching anime through my cousins. So I would go and chill at my cousin's house because I'm an only child. So I'd go hang out with them. My mum dropped me off before she went to work. Whether it was weekends or trips abroad, and they were just watching anime. So obviously, I naturally gravitated towards what they were watching. Mainly Dragon Ball Z. So that was what I would watch, which is obviously what most people have watched growing up. And then three of them, the oldest one, he was into anime the most. So he had loads of manga books. So Dragon Ball Z, Bleach, and Full Metal Alchemist and Claymore. So he had some of those mangas from talking about early 2000s, way before
Did you
I was
open up and
seriously
look
into
at the Claymore?
Nah, I think I looked at one chapter and I was like, yo, this stuff is dark. I'm gonna have to wait a few years, which is literally what's happened because I only just read Claymore maybe a few months ago, from start to finish. So yeah, that was one of the things. That's how I basically got into it. I'd play video games with them as well, and play Dragon Ball Z on the GameCube, Sonic as well on the GameCube. And then I knew what it was, so I started gravitating to it on my own, playing games like Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, basically standard Japanese RPGs on consoles. So, and I just took it from there. Obviously watching anime on TV, that was the main media source that I found anime from. Mainly Toonami, as most people probably know if you watch anime from early. First shows I probably saw were Rave Master.
I never was that on Toonami?
Yeah, it was on Toonami.
I don't remember that being on Toonami.
So it was interesting because Toonami obviously, I think they just picked and choose certain anime. So it was Rave Master, and then they switched out Rave Master for One Piece, and it was quite interesting since they're both made by the same person. So that was cool. And then I think eventually it was also Fox Kids.
Yeah.
Fox Kids had Shaman King.
Yeah.
And then they brought Naruto on Fox Kids. And I think Naruto was Shaman King and Naruto the first two shows that I properly watched from start to finish.
So you would say your cousins were the big influence?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. What about you, Joey?
Yeah, pretty similar. So my younger brother. So initially he would be watching a lot of anime. So in the background, if I was bored, I would just watch a little bit in the background, see clips. And then similar to what Joel was saying with video games, I remember Dragon Ball Z PS2. So I would play that game a lot, then I would just watch clips on YouTube of that. And then in terms of, but I would say that, at that period it was just clips and stuff. So in terms of me watching my full anime from start to finish, was around, I'll say, One Piece. So I took the decision, start to finish, I'll watch a full anime without just watching clips. So I'll say from there. Then I took it from there to watch other animes. So yeah, I'll say basically from my little brother.
Mm. So which one do you first remember watching then? Was it One Piece?
Okay, so I remember watching a few episodes of Naruto and then Bleach, but random episodes. I knew the plot for both. And then in terms of start to finish, what I understood of One Piece, that was almost 10 years ago. Yeah, long time. Yeah, One Piece. Yeah.
So what was one? One was Rave Master.
Rave Master. The thing is, it was Rave Master first, but I was switching between Toonami and Fox Kids.
Okay.
So I think it was on Fox Kids. I can't remember if it was Fox Kids or not, but I think Fox Kids had Beyblade as well.
Yeah, I remember Blade. I remember Blade.
Yeah, Beyblades. But then I take that back because I think it was Nickelodeon. Was it Nickelodeon that had Yu-Gi-Oh
Nickelodeon had Yu-Gi-Oh! I remember watching Yu-Gi-Oh!
I can't remember.
I don't remember them.
I can't remember which channel it was on. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys.
No,
But
I remember you guys.
yeah, it was like it was Rave Master, Yu-Gi-Oh,
I really don't remember Rave Master being on, you know.
Beyblade, and I guess you could say Pokemon and Digimon.
Mm.
But like that's the thing. Like, yeah, they all classify as anime.
Yeah,
So,
you always forget
so
that.
like, yeah, those ones are like the main four
That you remember
like
watching.
that I remember. But like in terms of like, cause the others they play more like a cartoon than like a anime,
Yeah.
even though they are anime.
Mm.
Yeah, and then Rave Master obviously was the first like proper like, anime that I watched, and obviously I kind of just knew what it was because the art styles were all similar.
Mm.
Yeah, I even have evidence of like a Beyblade lunchbox and Goku action figure. So if anyone tries to come for me that says that I haven't watched anime, I've been watching it since day one. I have the receipts. So
Yeah.
See, my own was weird because it's like I remember watching. For some reason, I don't know. It's like a vague memory. I was watching like Dragon Ball when Goku was like a kid when at my grandma's house for some reason. I remember that being on, and then like I remember watching Dragon Ball Z. I remember being on Toonami. I can't remember. I think I was like in must have been like year 2 or year 3, because I remember every Friday. It must have been year 3 or year 4. I don't know. It's around that time. But like I remember every Friday on Toonami will come on, and then that's the night I could stay up late. So my dad would watch it with me, like because like that's the day I get to stay up late, and I remember watching it. And then for some weird like I have another memory of like when I went to a Catholic primary school, like the older years would walk with us, and I remember all of us talking about Dragon Ball Z, waiting to go to the church, like across the road from the church, us talking about like Dragon Ball Z and everything, and I feel like my sister, like it's weird. My sister used to watch it, but I don't. My sister says she used to watch it, but I don't remember her watching it. But it's like she said, "Oh yeah, she's the reason why I got into animes because you used to watch it and everything like that." And then, do you remember the Digimon film?
vaguely, yeah.
Like the first one. I remember. I remember banging out watching that film so many times. I used to love. That's one of my favorite. Like, I think that's one of my favorite childhood memories because I remember I used to watch it a lot of times. I used to love it.
Yeah, for me it was the Pokemon movies, because my cousins had like all the Pokemon games and like the cards as well. So like I just was like the Mewtwo movie, and like Ash getting turned into stone.
I kind of remember that.
So, yeah, same sort of things.
So I guess the first anime I remember watching is probably like Dragon Ball Z and Digimon. I remember watching Pokemon. I remember because there was different variations of Pokemon. Because I remember because there was the Ash one, and then I can't remember like what's the guy's name? Do you know the one? I forgot his name. I just remember Ash. Do you know the one he had the rock Pokemon?
I know, does he have red spiky hair?
Yeah,
I know who you mean. I can't remember.
I can't remember, and I feel like he had like a spin-off or something. I don't know whether I'm like imagining this, but I feel like he had a spin-off, and I remember watching that. Yeah, so it's like Digimon, Dragon Ball Z, and what did I say? Pokemon are the ones I remember, like first remember watching. So I guess they like hold a special place in my heart. But yeah. Do you know what's funny about the Toonami thing is that it's we had Rave Master, but I didn't remember seeing it. Is that in America they had so many different they had like Cowboy Bebop on Toonami for time, and like I think I remember watching something and they said that they were like every year it would like come on.
Yeah.
So it's weird that they have different. I don't know why they should have the same shows on both.
I think it's probably just like, I don't know if it's like politically correct, but maybe just like licensing and stuff like with different countries. I think America just got lucky in terms of having the most shows available.
I would have loved to have
them.
watched it. Actually, I wouldn't have watched it then, but it's like just the fact that we had Cowboy Bebop would have been cool.
TV,
It would have been cool.
Probably would have been more engaged.
Yeah.
Watching it then. Obviously, it's different when you watch it at one age than you watch it like
No.
from an older perspective, because you see things slightly differently.
Yeah,
Like
you understand it more.
exactly. Yeah.